11 Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
You're looking live at Roberts K Stadium in Oklahoma City. It's week 6 in the SFL, and it's Showdown Sunday. And already, folks, this looks like a matchup between two heavyweight fighters. The Oklahoma City Renegades are hosting the St. Louis Gladiators. It's number 18 versus number 20 in the SFL power ranking. The Renegades are led by their starting quarterback, Deacon Nickens. But the question is, can he have a breakout game versus the St. Louis defense, which are led by cornerback Colin Douglas and free safety Freeman Peltier. It's week 6 here in the SFL, and Oklahoma comes into today's games as losers of 3 straight. Let's hope that Coach Irvine has the team ready to go and ready to believe in the system that he has implemented. St. Louis needs to have a great day from their quarterback, Noah Johns, who has thrown for 752 yards and 3 touchdowns so far this season. The biggest turnaround for the St. Louis has been their defense. They have only given up 110 points so far this season. They are the fast, physical, but most of all, they're hungry for a victory today here over Oklahoma City. The Renegades comes into today's games with a record of 1-3, and they're one of the most exciting teams in the SFL to watch in this league. Deacon Nickerson is a gunslinger veteran who is surrounded with talent such as tight end Tiberius Bovine and wide receivers Dante Duncan and Ermic Jackson, along with running back Jason Williams, who have had a slow start so far. Both teams are looking to conquer one another in this SFL battle. As the season continues to heat up and catch fire, it's the SFL on 11 Sports. I'm your play-by-play commentator today, Damon Simeon, and alongside me is Dan Mitchell. We're in Oklahoma City. Dan, can you please tell me, what are your takes on today's game?
You know, as you were just saying, Damon, I'm super excited to see this game. I think St. Louis has a lot going for them. All of their star players, besides their defensive tackle and defensive end, have interceptions. They are not someone you mess around with, even when you're slinging the ball. But then St. Louis has to watch out for that star tight end, Tiberius Bovine. He's already coming out with 476 yards on the season. And you also can't forget about their running back combo with Jason Williams and DJ Moses II, who are they utilizing in a complete asymmetrical fashion I think is brilliant so far this season. I'm loving it.
Absolutely. Here we have Oklahoma City coming out in a power I formation. Handoff here to Williams. And Williams is a spin move, and he's tackled and brought down at the 34-yard line. Going to be 2nd and 4 now. Looks like Colin Douglas was on the tackle.
You know, they're coming out with a big start. Williams already showing how powerful he is as that halfback, pushing on through that line from the first, breaking from the first tackle and getting that few extra yards to get an easy 6.
The Renegades once more in the power I formation. Looks like a 4-2 nickel for the defense. So they're going to give it back to Williams. No, there's a 2-step drop in by Dickens. Throws across the middle of the field, and that looks like Bovine come away with that reception. Absolutely. It is not Bovine. Looks like it's going to be the backup tight end, Caesar Macy.
I think we can both assume there's going to be a lot of tight end action in this game by OKC as they try to implement them at every chance they can get.
Power I formation, 3 plays in a row. Handoff here to the fullback, right up the middle. He's going to get a nice gain there, pick up 7. Great run there by DJ Moses.
DJ Moses, as their fullback, has actually had a good amount of receiving yards and running yards, evening out him for a nice 200-yard average. But he has yet to get a touchdown, so I'm hoping maybe he can get his first touchdown of the season.
Now they're in the weak out formation. This time going to hand off here to Williams to the north side of the field. Williams with 2 spin moves. Williams out to the 30, 20. He has 1 man to beat, and they're going to bring him down at the 6-yard line. What a run by Williams, as they used to call him in Alaska.
Williams coming off to the side as we're getting the replay. You see him breaking those tackles, finding the openings. He has great blockers on that original first block, spinning out of the second one. You just see the pure athleticism, but good job by number 44 and 31, bringing him down. Ethan Kyle right there coming for the touchdown saving tackle, just showing that they didn't give up even when it looked like it was the end of the road.
I must say that I have to agree with you on that one. They're going to go in the weak out formation once again. Going to be a screen pass, this time to the fullback, out to the top of the field, and he gets the reception, steps out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Looks like he picks up 2 yards on that reception there.
You know, they're at the 4-yard line. They don't have that much room to work with, but they have their 2 running back, their halfback, and their fullback core going right there. They still have plenty of options because they're opening it up for themselves, so they can check it out to the side or just maybe run it down the middle to pick up an extra yard in the 2nd and goal.
OKC has been in power formation this entire drive, and they're moving the ball downfield with ease. And they're going to hand off to the fullback once more. He goes to the right up the middle. He's going to only pick up 1 yard there by Moses, but I want to say he was met and brought down by defensive inside linebacker Tyron Jones. Great sniffing out for Jones there on that carry by Moses. Goal line defense here for St. Louis. Power I here for OKC. And they're going to be hand off to Williams. Williams spin move, speed in the backfield, going to lose a yard. 4th and goal. OKC's going to have to kick for a field goal now.
That was a great stop by the Gladiators. You really saw them starting to adjust. I don't think they were expecting this early, just hard running game going on by OKC, but you saw them adjust quickly, stop them right in the red zone, put up a big line, and now they have to settle for OKC.
Yeah, great goal line stand by St. Louis. This is going to be a 20-yard field goal here now for OKC, waiting on the snap. There it is. Great snap. Great hold. The kick is up. Oklahoma City jumps up 3-0 over St. Louis on their first possession, gathering points. That's what you're going to have to do in order to win this game. Both teams coming in with some of the lowest records here in the league. Oklahoma City comes in at 1-3, and the Gladiators are 0-6 so far in this Week 6 matchup. And there's the kickoff by Johnny Omega. Love the name. It's a return here by St. Louis, out and stopped down at the 29-yard line. And now we get a chance to see Noah Johns in this Oklahoma City. I'm sorry, not Oklahoma City, this St. Louis offense.
I'm super excited to see what they do. After a heartbreaking but great stop by their defense early on, their offense really needs to step it up.
Split back pro formation for St. Louis. 2-step drop here by Johns. Got a man right across the middle of the field, and that is caught by Nick Finch. His first reception of the day. Great pass there by Johns, Dan.
Yeah, no, that was right down the middle, and a real dot to Finch, who so far already has 216 yards on the season. This is just adding to his record for a nice first down. Johns had some great view right there, thrown right in between when he was getting between the 2 defenders.
Well, you know what? It looks like he dropped the ball. On the replay, I saw the ball pop out, and we're looking at 2nd and 10 now.
I didn't even notice.
I didn't know it either until I saw the replay. And it's going to be trips here for Johns. To the left. Takes a 2-step drop. Out route down to the bottom of the field. Got a reception. He's going to pick up 8 yards. And that is the number 15. Badir Ajalani. I want to say he started his career with the Cleveland Stallions. Played a few seasons in Houston. And then he ended up getting a big contract from St. Louis last season, and looking to become the number 1 receiver here in St. Louis. Same formation, shotgun is Johns. 3-2 dime formation for the Renegades. Throws right across the middle, got a reception, not enough for the first down, and St. Louis is going to have to punt it away.
That's a real heartbreaker after, the first ball drop. And then you almost get there. There's the stop of momentum as he hit the slant and had to turn around. That was never the best thing when you're so close to the first down. Now they're punting it away as they're down only 3 points and still plenty of time in this game, Mom. But so far, game sure is going.
Snap. Oh, that punt is almost blocked. This reception brought down at the 34. That punt was almost blocked there.
Yeah, no, OKC got real close to that ball, and that would have been a nasty start for St. Louis.
33 defense here for St. Louis. Renegades come out in a power I formation once again, handed off to Williams. Williams got open field there. Spin move, and he's brought down after picking up 6 yards.
So far, we've just seen Williams been adding on to his record. He's getting that yardage, and he's getting it early on. Really only one big stop so far by St. Louis on him. So St. Louis's defense and their line mostly is going to have to step up.
Yeah, but they're coming out in this, they're coming out in this 3-down lineman versus a jumbo package of the run game of what the offense is doing, and it's not working. Oh, that pass is almost intercepted by the Gladiators. And that was outside linebacker Scott Underwood getting his hands on it.
So far, Demond, I would say that the Gladiators have really been, focusing on their pass game that we haven't seen so much from OKC. But when it does come out, the St. Louis has it covered.
Yeah, they do. They do. Shotgun formation for Deacon Nickens. 3 wide receivers set. Bovine, both tight ends on the line of scrimmage. There's an out route to the top of the field. That pass is going to be completed for a first down.
So far, we've just been seeing OKC sort of been making work. Either they're one of the running backs gets a huge breakout play, or they just throw it for the nice, quick first down. We've just been seeing them make a quick workaround of the St. Louis Gladiators defense so far.
Yeah, that was a great play call for the Renegades. Pick up that first down there. Power I formation, sweep in. Oh, what a spin move by Williams. Williams got daylight up to the 30. The 20, brought down at the 24-yard line now. What a play by Jason Williams. He must have heard me up here in the broadcast booth when I said that he's having a slow start to this season, and he's trying to get things turned around.
Yeah, that beautiful spin move, and he really didn't even have to worry. After he got past that first line blocker, there was nothing but free field in front of it.
First and 10 here for the Oklahoma City Renegades at their 24-yard line of St. Louis. There's a 5-step drop here by Nickens. Nickens going across the middle of the field. That pass is broken up by the defense.
I mean, Demond, we were just talking about it. It really seems like they have this longer pass game covered by St. Louis. They have all these setbacks in their secondary, and they're throwing down anything that comes at them, as you see number 88, Ermac Jackson, go for it. And it was almost a great, beautiful catch. 52 just brought him down right where he stood. It seems like they have to probably stick with this run game unless St. Louis can adjust.
Yeah, and as you stated, they have the secondary is full of players out there. They have both corners, and they have 2 free safeties, and they have the strong safety Ethan Kai as well. So that's why you see them in a lot of this nickel package formation here, is because they want to keep all of those defensive backs on the field. Oh, what a pass by Nickens across the middle of the field. That pass is going to be incomplete, and that was intended for Devontae Duncan, and Nickens just overthrew him.
Yeah, I think Nickens may just be feeling the heat right now. These almost dropped passes, the bat downs, everything's just sort of not working out for his arm today. You may have to go back to give it back to your halfback and fullback.
Yeah, they're 3rd and 10 now. They're in a power I formation. Gonna run a screen pass here. Sidearm throw by Nickens, and that pass is bobbled around a few times. Could have been picked off by St. Louis, and St. Louis hosed them off. There's a look at Peltier there. Probably had his hands on it as well.
Yeah, that's a nasty thing when the entire secondary has interceptions. Peltier himself with 1 so far in the season. That was a big tip drill right there, but now they're back at the 25, going for field goal.
Gotcha, sir. And that field goal is good by the Renegades. They're going to jump up 6-0, and we're going to cut to a commercial break. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented to you by 11 Sports. We're going to go to commercial. Everyone, welcome back to the Simulation Football League, presented to you by APM Music. You're watching live on 11 Sports Network. I'm your play-by-play, Damon Simmons. Alongside me is Dan Mitchell. There's a kickoff here to St. Louis by the Renegades, and the return guy is going to be hit really hard, brought down at the 25-yard line. And that return man was Jacob Swain. So, Dan, we haven't seen much production out of St. Louis on that last drive, their first possession of the game. What do you feel that they really have to do to get this drive going for them?
You know, I think they really have to get what they were already doing. Get that quick pass out down the middle. You see it running up right here.
What a play there as you were talking. I think the running back stepped out of bounds. We may see a challenge here. Not sure if you saw that. And on that reception was halfback Diesel Dawson, who's a rookie who just, I think, signed a few weeks ago after they released Diaz.
Yeah, Diesel Dawson, the week 3 signing. I thought he stepped out too. That's why I sort of just kept on talking. Yeah, right there, right on the line. But if we don't see a challenge, oh, there it is.
You best believe Mike Irvine ain't going to let that one.
Yeah, I was sitting up here. I was like, that was out, but he kept running, brought down. I think they're going to call it out at the line.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was behind the line. Oh, right at it, looks like. I don't think they need to watch the replay any further down the field.
No, I think it was just the 1 foot.
On that first drive, I'm not sure. I don't think we saw them run the ball on that first drive with Diesel Dawson. And I think they really do have to get this big guy going. I mean, 6'4", 235 pounds. It is a big man. But they got to get him involved in the run game. And St. Louis is coming out in a shotgun. Once again, there's a look at the chat that is live over on Twitch. There's a 2-step drop here by the quarterback. He's going to be brought down. I thought I saw a fumble, but I guess he was still holding on to the ball there, or maybe he dropped it when he hit the ground. If you're watching us live on the network, I would suggest that you do also log into Twitch TV. In the search bar, do search 11 Sports. That way you can chat with everyone who's part of the SFL and also our commissioner, Cameron Irvine, as well. Also visit the Simulation Football League, which is on our website at simulationfl.net. Also join our Discord and you can join the SFL. Here's Johns getting pressured. John's going to be stopped and tackled at the 7-yard line. And that's going to be a sack for this Renegade defense. Damon Maslinski comes away with the first sack of the game.
Yeah, that was a huge double stop for the OKC defenders right there. 1 sack into another sack, dropping them back to their own 7-yard line where they're going to have to punt it away. As we see the chat, I want to do a few chat shout-outs with Never Satisfied 123, Cheeseburger Never 74, Mr. 23, Crazy 8s 2000, Bunch of Nick Finch 11. Everyone, thank you for being in the chat. Make sure you join the chat too at 11 Sports Net on twitch.tv.
And that punt is going to give the Renegades great field position, and they have scored on their 2 previous possessions as well, which only came away with 6 points because this St. Louis secondary is pretty tough. As you stated earlier in the broadcast, that they do have interceptions by all of their defensive backs. Power I formation here for the Renegades. Going to run a screen. There's going to be a pass across the middle of the field, and it looks like they're going to call PI. And that pass was intended to for Ermac Jackson.
Pass interference, number 32.
Seem to be calling about Marquis Reed. I personally thought it was Ethan Kai, number 31, the strong safety who I thought went in there, but I guess I just didn't see number 32. Free safety Marquis Kai Reed. My bad. Get it.
Kai probably was in the vicinity. He probably ran and hid and hid behind someone else. He wouldn't get the PI on him.
A little game of hide and seek against the ref. They never saw it. It never happened.
Weak power formation here now for the Renegades. Screen pass to Williams. Williams tries a spin move, but no, brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And he's going to be tackled and brought down. That was Freeman on that tackle.
Yeah, Freeman coming in from the back like a steam train, rolling down Williams.
Weak power formation once again. Handoff it to Williams up top. Williams, he should have stayed to the outside. He had an open hole, but he decided to cut back in, and he ran into enemy territory on that run there. Should have stayed up top. Looks like Day Drury was on the tackle, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that time he had his blocker. He pushed him out, but he chose to cut back inside, as you said, Damon. It just didn't work out.
Power I formation now. Boy, they loving this power weak and power I. Strong power. Deacon Nickens calling an audible. And off to Williams, and Williams is stuffed in the backfield, going to lose 2 yards. 4th and 7 now for the Oklahoma City Renegades, and they're going to have to settle for that 3rd field goal in a row.
Yeah, I have to give it to this red zone defense of St. Louis. They've been putting a stop to them no matter what they're getting thrown at them. And now, I mean, OKC's keep putting on points, but as long as St. Louis gets at least 1 or 2 splash plays, they can get back in this game.
You're absolutely right. 31-yard field goal attempt here for Oklahoma City. High snap. The snap is down, and the kick is up, and it's good right down the middle. And everyone, thank you for watching the Simulation Football League, presented to you by APM Music. You're watching us live on 11 Sports. We're going to come back right after this commercial break. Welcome back, everyone, to the Simulation presented to you.
First and 10 from the Gladiator, 26 yards.
And then we have the St. Louis Gladiators, 1st and 10 at their very own 27-yard line. Got to get moving here. There's Johns out to the half, but no, it looks like the fullback there, and he's going to get hit right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing.
Yeah, you saw him drop back a bit as he lost his momentum going out to the side. Defender just took full advantage of it, plowing him down. I really think St. Louis may just have to try and ball it out a bit. We haven't seen really anything far out from them. Maybe, I know Noah Johns, he does have 6 interceptions on the season, but if you don't even give it a chance, you'll never know.
There's a low snap to Johns. Johns got a corner route, got a man open. That pass is completed down to the other side of the. I thought it went on the other side of midfield, but they're going to be at the St. Louis 44-yard line. Nice pass and catch by this St. Louis offense there. They could look at the play there by Johns on the replay, and I couldn't see the receiver who brought that in.
Neither could I, but that was a beautiful spiral on that ball, and all you saw was just him right on the corner of the out route, picking up that first down. That's really what St. Louis needs to get their engine.
There's a 5-step drop here by Johns. Johns getting pressure. He's brought down. Going to lose 5 on that play.
You know, we've already seen three sacks on Noah Johns so far this game, bringing up to a total of 16. It's really just something about their lines collapsing this season. They have to figure a way around it.
Everyone, that's the end of the first quarter. Thank you for watching the Simulation Football, presented to you by APM Music. Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on 11 Sports is presented by 8 p.m. Music, Production, Music Library, and Custom Music, and brought to you in part by Fuel Beyond Imagination. Visit all new SFL Interactive.net today. And also by Matt Doyle Designs, the official branding partner of the SFL, and by Media Tech Institution. Turn your passion into your profession. Arrow Shots brought to you by AirViews, united by drone. Visit airviews.com to see more drone footage. We're back live here in Oklahoma City at Roberts Cave Stadium, where St. Louis is trying to get back into this game. They're only down by 9 points. They held the Renegades to 3 field goals, who has been in scoring position all 3 possessions. There's a swing pass here to the tight end, Ajelani, and Ajelani is spin moving backwards, going to lose another 3 yards. Oh my goodness, Dan, what was he thinking?
I think Ajelani just got dizzy or something trying to go in the washing machine. He pushed himself back an extra 3 yards where he could have just gone down where he caught the ball.
3rd and 18 now for St. Louis at their very own 35-yard line. 2-step drop here by John. Johns with the big throw, and that pass is going to be entered. Thomasina Roman comes away with that deflection. Oh, what a great play. What a great play by the defense.
That was some great coverage by the defense. They saw where the quarterback's eyes were, put a big stop to him, having 2 defenders on the receiver, one batting it down, one covering the receiver just in case they caught it. This OKC defense has really been reading St. Louis. Their offense just needs something big. I like what they're going for, but they got to get it done.
Yeah, Thomasina Raymond is a 2-year veteran here in the SFL. That punt there is almost blocked. She's been around for 2 seasons, as I stated. And for everyone who's out there, I mean, she's a lady. She's a female. Women are welcome here in the SFL. We do not discriminate, as we are the first E-League. Tongue is just twisting. Don't want to get out.
We're the first controllers esports, Damon. That's what you're
Thank
going
you.
for.
Thank you, Dan. Power I formation here once again for the Renegades. Out route to the top of that pass is incomplete as the receiver caught it out of bounds. That was Jackson on the reception. And St. Louis did get a little pressure there from the bottom.
Yeah, you saw them creeping right up on Deacons Nickens, and I think it threw him off, and then, Ermac Jackson went out instead of trying to keep that one-toe drag swag. Too bad for them. Let's see if they can keep it.
Power weak formation here for the Renegades. 33 defense by St. Louis, and there's Williams with a spin move. Williams breaks the tackle, almost breaks another. Gonna cross the 41-yard line. Pick up the first down. Look at it here on the replay.
Yeah, you see Williams just power through. He didn't care who was on him, as there's just a mass of bodies. And you saw the stat pop up. That was his 100th yard mark on only 8 carries so far this game, breaking the century.
Yeah, he came in today with 122 yards on the season. 55 carries. 2-step drop here by Nickens. Nickens got a man across the middle of the field, and I think that's Bovine with his first reception. It will be Bovine. No, it's not Bovine.
That was number 83. Chuck Masters, the other tight end.
Yeah.
I think we've seen everyone but Bovine this game, which is very surprising considering Bovine is their most productive receiver on the OKC offense to date.
All time. Dude has records beyond records. Split back formation. Nickens takes a 5-step drop, and he's going to be pressured and brought down, losing 2 yards. You want to see, I think that was Shane Masters on the tackle. Yes, it was. Masters coming away with his first sack today.
Yeah, that bumps Shane Masters sacks, up to 4 on the season. They've really been coming him and the rookie Mal River.
Another 5-step drop by Nickens, going to dump it off here to Williams. The Williams get hit as he catches it at the line of scrimmage. upcoming broadcast schedule on 11 Sports, all times are central. You have Charleston's going to visit the Houston Hyenas. The Chicago Wildcats will be visiting the Atlanta Swarm at 9 p.m. You have Monday night action. New Orleans going to visit Queen City. Here's a 5-step drop by Nickens. Nickens right down the middle of the field. That pass is going to be intercepted. Hit the receiver right in his hands, and that was Moses. Look at that schedule once more. Here's the Seattle Tyrants going to visit the Las Vegas Fury Monday at 6, and you have Carolina Skyhawks going to visit the Tulsa Desperados at 8:30 on Monday. Make sure you check out that action. And this is going to be the first punt by the Renegades that we've seen today. And that pass is going to bounce inside the 5, and they're not going to be able to stop it from going inside the end zone. Simulation football. Here presented by APM Music on 11 Sports. We're going to cut to commercial. Everybody, welcome back live to the SFL Action, the Simulation Football League, presented to you by APM Music. You're watching live on 11 Sports Net. And here we have these Oklahoma City Renegades are hosting the St. Louis Gladiators. And the Gladiators are coming out in a 5 wide receiver set. There's a big bomb by Jones, and that pass is going to be intercepted by the Renegades. Take it away down at the 39-yard line.
Right there, you see a beautiful jumping interception by Brady Clark, the free safety, only 6 foot, 190 pounds. That's his 3rd interception now on the season, and OKC has some gas in their engine.
The 4-year veteran comes away with that INT there. Power I formation here for the Renegades. 2-step drop here by Nickens. Those are cutting en route across the middle of the field, and that pass is going to be completed. Picks up 5 yards, and that is Jackson. Jackson has been pretty active. I think that's his 3rd catch of the day.
Yeah, his last catch was the one that sadly went right out of bounds as he was stepping out, but this time we see him just throwing it down the middle. Guaranteed the catch for a quick 5 yards.
Strong power formation here once again. Going to hand it off here to Williams. Williams gets a big block in the backfield, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. Tackled and brought down at the St. Louis 23-yard line. Let's look at Williams. Nice on the day. Good to see Williams go over 100 yards as he was coming in today with only 122 on the season.
Yeah, it looks like Williams is going to well over his current yardage on the season. You know, they're really utilizing him, which I think was a great play by the OKC staff. You know, you see the St. Louis secondary, you see what they can do and just batten everything down. So they're going to give it and trust their halfback who has just been producing this game.
Twins I formation here now for the Renegades. 7-step drop by Nickens. Nickens step up in the pocket. He's going to be met, hit, and brought down by the St. Louis defensive end.
7 on the play.
That's going to be Chad Longstreet.
Well, you know, if you can't beat him in the halfback, beat him in the quarterback and just drop him where he stands. Great running blitz.
And St. Louis has basically been running a 3-3 nickel all game long, and they have been getting pressure. I must say, there's Nickens with the big on that pass, going to be intercepted here now by St. Louis. Out to the 30-yard line, brought down to the 31-yard line. Great INT by Marcus Reed as they tried to pick on him for the 2nd time today.
Yeah, and this is what we're talking about, Damon. You know, you see this nasty secondary of St. Louis. and he read that route better than the receiver, jumping right into the ball's hands, or his hands into the ball, one or the other, and he
Mhm.
grabbed it and went running. And that was what we beautiful. And remember to like the SFL on Instagram at Simulation FL.
Also give partner Nation's best a like while you're there. Here's St. Louis, 3 wide receivers. John's in the backfield, throws, got a man for a first down. He's going to break that tackle, and he's down and tackled at the 45-yard line of OKC.
We're seeing the stat pop up. Noah Johns with 46 yards and Deegan Nickens with 36. Really haven't seen much out of either quarterback, but Noah Johns seems like he's finally cooking with some oil as he's deep frying that ball right there to number 88, Cody Scott, their tight end. I mean, he doesn't have a touchdown yet in the season. He's coming from Carolina. Let's give him a chance.
And Cody Scott has been around for a long time, a veteran at the tight end spot here for the St. Louis Gladiators team. He's been very, very loyal to that organization, him as well. I want to see a strong twins formation here now for St. Louis. 43 is the defense, and there's an out route to the bottom of the field. That pass is tipped and intercepted. Oh my goodness, the fullback couldn't hold it in, and that is going to be on Truckee Steck. It's your fault for not catching that pass there, and your team is suffering for it.
Yeah, from out of the hands of number 42 to into the hands of number 42 right there. Truckee Steck playing the tip drill and losing the ball. Bad day right there, but great catch by Parker.
Parker Thomas. First career INT for Parker Thomas. The Hurricane is what they call him. And here's Nickens going to dump it off to the fullback. Oh, Moses runs a guy over. His soul just eliminated from his body.
Yeah, and that's really what you want to see out of the 6'2", 232 rookie fullback who they picked up in week 3. Just putting down the shoulder and sending the life out of people as he's picking up 8 yards.
Weak power formation here once again for the Renegades. Look like the Gladiators are going to blitz, and they do. And they almost stop the fullback, but he gets the first down. DJ Moses the second.
They're getting their fullback involved, and they're doing what he needs to do, which is just putting down his shoulder and running through for that few extra yards. Last play before that was a bit of an anomaly, but I really liked it, so good on them.
Yeah. Great call there by the Renegades on a short yardage there to hand it off to the fullback. There's Williams up to the top of the field. Williams only going to pick up 2 yards on that sweep to the north side of the field.
OKC, Demont, has just been getting their running game going, and I love it. They're running all around this St. Louis just defense, and unless they pass again, it really looks like the Gladiators are not adjusting the defense at all.
I agree with you. The running game has been a bonus for OKC. They're going to be in a far package here now. Moses and Williams both in the backfield. 2-step drop here by Nickens, all slants, and Nickens got his guy right across the middle of the field, and that's going to be Jackson once more. Comes away with the first down also, out to the St. Louis 28-yard line. They're knocking on the door to get in scoring position.
Yeah, they're really getting their offense running right now. You see the double slant going in, and there's just no one covering right in front of them, so the secondary had to come in and clean up. It really seemed like the whole front line is playing too far forward.
Back to the power I formation for the Renegades. Handoff here to Williams. Williams got blockers out front. Open field, got one man to beat, and he's down at the 5-yard line. Great run by Jason Williams. Getting up, doing a little shimmy dance.
Yeah, you know what I'm really loving about OKC's run game? It's not even their running backs, but the beautiful blocks we've been seeing. You see their fullback, DJ Moses, just putting up the block, giving Williams all the room in the world to run until he finally got brought down. Looked like Freeman Peltier who brought him down right before the touchdown.
First and goal here now for Deacon Nickens and this Oklahoma City Renegades offense. Hand off to Moses right up the middle of the field, and Moses not going to get in right. Stopped at the goal line. Almost was into the end zone. But he picks up 4 yards on the carry.
Yeah, I'm really hoping they do employ Moses again if they get the touchdown, as he has not had one yet in his career.
The rookie is looking for his first, as you states. Second and goal. Nickens calling the signal. They're going to give it to Williams. Williams going to be gathered in the backfield. Spin move, fumbles it. St. Louis recover at the 5. First and 10 for the Gladiators. Oh, what a defensive stand. This defense has been stopping the Renegades all day long when they were in goal line position.
Right there on that beautiful hit. And that was some great awareness by number 57, who saw the ball hit the ground and immediately dove for it. You know, their whole goal line stand has been beautiful all game. I thought this is where they finally gave it up, but no, it hit hard enough to knock the ball out of their hands is enough to do it.
They tried to go sweeping thunder left, and they couldn't get the sweep in to Williams. I think I agree with you. They should have went with Moses right up the middle of the field where they're weak at. And there's a screen, I'm sorry, not a screen, out pass up to the top of the field there, and that is to Badir Ajalani.
Yeah, and I mean, this offense really has just been riding on the back of the defense so far. I mean, see right there, Noah Johns with only a 35.4 rating and 50 yards, 2 interceptions. I mean, you got to get something going or else riding on your defense all game.
4-3 defense here for the Gladiators. 7-step drop by Johns. Johns had an out route, had a man open, but Scott did not come away with the reception. I couldn't see if he dropped it or if it was tipped and batted down by John Gregory, the outside linebacker.
I didn't get a good look at it either, Damon. His camera angle wasn't the best. It looked like, I want to say he didn't drop it. It looked more like it was just off the mark. It's hard to tell, though.
3rd and 6. The Gladiators has to get this first down. Going to be play action down the sideline. No, incomplete. Finch tried to go up and catch it, but he was hit soon as he was getting ready to reel it in. And now St. Louis is going to have to kick it back over to the Renegades.
You heard the sigh of just disappointment, as there was almost a beautiful catch right there by Nick Finch, but it just all came down, and now they have to punt it away.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Ashley Rose Finch who hit Nick Finch to knock that ball through. And everybody, thank you for watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. You're watching live on 11 Sports Net, and we're going to break for a commercial. See you after the break. Welcome to this great football matchup here between the Oklahoma City Renegades and the St. Louis Gladiators. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented to you by APM Music. 1st and 10 here for the Renegades. They come out in a weak power formation, and Nickens is going to get pressure. Nickens is brought down. Going to lose 3 yards on that sack by this Gladiator defense.
Right there, you see the rookie Mal Rivers with another sack. You know, he was the first pick in the rookie draft, and he's definitely showing the work for it, the 6'5", 315-pound defensive end.
Yeah, and everyone was shocked that St. Louis went with the defensive end with the first pick there in the draft, and it looks like it's benefiting them. Out route to the top of the field for the Renegades, and they get the reception. Picks up 6 yards on that play.
Yeah, great out by OKC, but I want to give that some great coverage by Drew Riley, who is immediately as he saw the ball hit the hands, he went in for that tackle, really stopping any forward progress.
Devontae Duncan on the reception. 6'2", 205 receiver, second season with the team. Handoff here to Williams, and Williams breaks 2 tackles, bulldoze 1 guy over. Oh my goodness, this dude is running with a head full of steam.
Is that a man?
I don't think he's a man. He may be a beast. They call him Thrilliams. And here's Williams. They're going to step out of bounds, or tackle out of bounds, should I say, right at the line of scrimmage by Colin Douglas.
That was a little off personality right there. It looked like before Williams was charging on through, this time he looked like he was sort of running away. Maybe he was trying to find a route around, but when you're already on the outside line, there's no much more room you can go.
Williams wears the number 34. And I tell you, he looks like a guy I know from another league who wore that number back in the 70s and early 80s. There's a 5-step drop here by Nickens. Got an out route to the top of the field. Devontae Duncan comes away with the reception. 3rd and goal here now for the Renegades. Dan, what do you think they should do with it?
Well, personally, I mean, Devontae Duncan also could have had a season first touchdown, but I really want them to give it to DJ Moses right now. I mean, they're so close. They punch it up the middle. I just want to see another career first touchdown.
Dan, I take it that you're an old school guy who just loves to run the ball.
I mean, it's always a good time, but actually, I really like tight ends, but we just haven't seen much. I want to see a lot more Tiberius move on, but they haven't been implemented.
There's Duncan in the back of the field, in the back of the end zone. He comes away with reception. Going to give him a touchdown. He had both feet in, and that was the Renegades' first touchdown of the day. And I take that back. That was not Duncan. That was the that was Duncan, 87.
That was Duncan.
I thought I saw something else, or his number was different. Sorry about that. And Devontae Duncan crosses Hollywood Boulevard for the first time in his career, and he gets 6 points on the board for the Renegades.
That was some great play. And I just love that your first career in this season. Great toe drag right in the back.
Got to have great concentration catching that ball in the back of the end zone like that, making sure you get both feet in. The extra point is up and good, and the Renegades going to jump up 16-0 over this Renegades team. I'm sorry, the Gladiators. And the Gladiators are still in it. They just got to get some great production out of the offense. Defense is playing pretty.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Their defense has been stepping up. I mean, really, the score could be a lot worse than it currently is if their defense hasn't had as many stops as they have had, and interceptions, both teams with turnovers. It's been a crazy defensive game. St. Louis teams are offense going.
Oh, my, did you see that hit? Did you see that hit?
He was playing. It looked like he was a ballerina swinging around him right there, bringing him down with him.
First and 10 here for Noah Johns. And they come out in a shotgun formation. There is a pair slot. High snap. Johns on a 2-step drop. Johns crossed the middle. He got a receiver, and it's Badar Ajalani. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks another. He had a fistful of jersey, but he missed him. He let it go. And Badar Ajalani is going to cross Hollywood Boulevard as he places his star. And
my heart, come on. My heart, that was 1 tackle break. Another tackle break. He wanted that so bad. You see him just holding onto that ball for dear life, the one hitting his foot. The other one was a great tackle, and he just shook it off just enough to get past that line. Final tackle into the end zone. Just beautiful splash play right there by St. Louis, getting them right back in the game.
Thomasino Raymond tried the second tackle attempt, and she came up short. Ashley Rose Finch ran him down, but it was just too late. Once you cross Hollywood Boulevard, that tackle doesn't matter. It doesn't count. You got to catch him before he gets to the boulevard. And Dan, as we stated, just as the drive was starting, that we needed to see something from this Gladiator offense, and man, they came up big. Great pass by Noah Jones to Badir Ajalani to come away with the first points of this game for them.
I mean, if you're going to get the points, get the touchdown. There's some, 9-point deficit? That's completely
Absolutely.
doable with a full half.
16-7 is the score. Here's the return. Mel, what a juke move by Finch. Ashley Finch up the sideline. Finch got daylight. One man to beat at the 20, the 10, and she's tackled and brought down at the 7-yard line of St. Louis. Oh, mama.
Freeman Peltier was running that down the entire time. Would not let Ashley Rose Finch get there. She wanted that so bad, but you see 21 just keeping pace the entire time until he finally committed to it right before the goal line. There was almost a beautiful receiving touchdown, which would have been a complete answer to the last St. Louis touchdown. But now they're at the 7, which, just the best starting field position you can ask for.
The crazy thing is that we just saw some great play as we're heading into halftime. 7 seconds left on the clock. This is why the offense is going to go for the field goal here and not try to attempt a shot in the end zone. The kick is up, and the field goal is good. 23 yards seconds on the clock for St. Louis.
Yeah, I mean, St. Louis will get the ball again. I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll have to see, but maybe a huge splash play. I mean, if he fair catches it, I don't think enough time will be on the clock, depending on the kick.
Once this thing is caught and runs a little up the field, that should be end of the first half for us. And the return guy, Cody Scott, is hit and brought down. No, that's not Scott. It's 86. I thought I saw 88. That's Jacob Swain. And hey, everybody, that's going to do it for the first half. We're heading into halftime. The Gladiators are down 19-7 to the Renegades of OKC. Here's a look at the halftime show.
So you see the stats coming down, passing yards. I think St. Louis got most of their passing yards in that last few seconds, but working out for them, 122, OKC 74, no rushing yards for St. Louis, 144 for OKC. It's just been making a huge stop, tackles. Reed with 8 tackles. That's huge. This has been a defensive game to boot them on. It's been crazy, and I love it.
It has been crazy. A crazy game it has been. And as you saw, the time of possession, OKC has 15 minutes of possession, and St. Louis only has, I saw about 7 minutes and some change there. But winning time of possession is always key to winning any type of ball game here in the SFL. And they have, as you stated, they have been running the ball pretty well, OKC, and that's why they're winning the time of possession.
Oh yeah, definitely. Between utilizing mostly Jason Williams for most of their running plays, but when they just need a punch it, they give it to DJ Moses the second, and it's working out for them. They have a formula going, and they know what they're doing, and they're throwing in the pass when they want to. I'm really sad we haven't really seen Tiberius Bovine at all, the veteran player, but maybe we'll see him later on. We've been seeing a lot of Ermac Jackson, Bonds Duncan. They're just coming out huge.
And that is a shocker. You normally see them target Tiberius Bovine, but not today. They want to spread this thing around and not just target one guy. And say KC is looking pretty good. So
yeah, no, I think that was, as much as I would love to see Tiberius Bovine, it was a smart call to spread the ball around more with St. Louis defense, who has just been, their secondary's been a not someone you want to, they've been throwing out the interceptions. They're putting great pressure on the quarterback as well. They've really been necessarily going with the run because they seeing a bunch of replays going on through some great plays, a lot of running plays we're seeing through Jason Williams. I don't know if you saw it, but a great run play, or not run, but catch and then run by Badir Ajalani. Just a beautiful touchdown by. They really needed it. 19-7. There's still plenty of time left in this game. 12-point deficit's completely doable in the SFL. That's no problem at all. Make sure you go check out the simulationfl.net to come check out the league on the
Everyone, welcome back to the Simulation Football League presented to you by APM Music. You're watching live on 11. Here's a return man, Swaim, and Swaim brings it out to the 32-yard line. Tackle and brought down.
All right, Damon, we're seeing St. Louis with the ball again after a huge pass. What do you expect to see?
I got to see St. Louis got to get the run game going. Got to get their new half into play here. Diesel Dawson, we only saw him once. That was in a screen pass. Haven't seen them run the ball much today. Probably not at all. Two-step drop here by Noah Johns. Noah Johns throws a strike. Oh, what a catch by Finch. Picks up 7 yards, 2nd and 3 at the St. Louis 38-yard line.
Yeah, Damon, you're 100% right. They did have 0 rushing yards during the halftime show, so they've yet to get the rookie Diesel Dawson involved at all. I mean, he has 169 rushing yards on the season. They really haven't gotten involved that much, but they should try and utilize him a bit just to mix up the play.
Looks like they're going to be going to passing formation here once again. Wire trips left here for Johns. There's an out route down to the bottom of the field, and that pass is caught by Ajalani. Picks up the first down as he bulldozed forward. Let's look at his numbers. 5 receptions for 86 yards on the day, and he has a touchdown in the record books as well.
Yeah, definitely. I like this out route. I want to see how they use it. I mean, after a huge catch by Badir Ajalani, they also have Nick Finch, who has been showing up, and Cody Scott, who hasn't gotten much action, but he's gotten a little bit. So I want to see how they utilize all 3 of their.
Empty formation, shotgun is Johns. Johns got a man right across the middle of the field. Going to picks up 3 yards, and that's Dawson.
I mean, if you don't get him involved in the run, I guess get him involved in the pass. He has 76 reception yards so far on the season, so I guess they want to add that up.
Yeah, that was a trips ace formation. Dawson was hiding right behind the tight end. They're going to go to the trips left here once again, but this time Johns is underneath the center. 42 nickel defense are the Renegades. And Johns got a man down to the bottom of the field. Ajalani become his favorite target here now. And that's his 6th reception. He picks up another first down.
Looks like St. Louis is starting to bubble a bit. I mean, they're getting that nice slant down the middle, and this constant twice in a row out route for the first downs working out for them. So it seems like they're having a bit of a game plan, got back in their heads after halftime.
Shotgun empty formation, ace, trips. And John's going to get pressured. That pass is caught down the and I want to say that was Cody Scott on that reception. It was the big tight end. My goodness, what a shoestring catch by Cody Scott.
Yeah, right there, you saw the great pressure OKC was really putting on Noah Johns, and Cody Scott had to adapt to a not-so-great throw, but he reached down for it, picked it back up, and got brought down there, picking up another first down. They're knocking on the red zone for the first time this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They're at Oklahoma City's 26-yard line. And I thought that pass was going to be target to the crossing receiver right across the middle into territory. And OKC brings pressure. There's another strike right down the middle of the field. And this time it's to the backup wide receiver. I want to say that's Tito Moss. That is Tito Moss.
Now we are in the end zone for the first time this game. St. Louis finally getting something to work with.
St. Louis has been in this trips formation all game long. Tight trips bunch. Dawson in the backfield with Noah Johns. Dawson goes out on the route, and this pass is going to be caught by Ajalani. I think Ajalani picks up the first down. There's a penalty on the play. Let's see what R62 is going to call here.
Holding, number 67.
Holding on 67. The offensive lineman. And that is the guard, Bigham Smith. And I want to say that's the first piece of laundry we've seen on the field all day today.
There was one earlier. I fully remember. But
Oh, there was one earlier today. It was a PI.
yes.
32 dime formation is the defense. 2nd and 12 here for the Gladiators. 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. John's going to the back of the end zone. No, that pass accepted by the Oklahoma City Renegades. Out to the 40, the 50 midfield. 1 man to beat, and the quarterback brings him down. Parker comes away with his 2nd interception in this game, his 2nd for his career. That pass was just underthrown.
Yeah, you saw Parker look right behind his back, see that the pass is coming right his way, so he just stopped his momentum, took a nice leap, caught the ball, and started running. You know, that was just some great awareness as the receiver just continued to run his route that's completely on the quarterback. Noah Johns right lost him even just a field possible point.
Particularly Jacob Swain, the runner. Weak eye power formation here now for handoff to Williams. Tackled and brought down after picking up 4 yards on that carry. Now at St. Louis 40-yard line.
Number 44, credited with the tackle.
Now we get to see how St. Louis's defense gets to act after the half. If it's anything like their offense, could be an ugly day for OKC.
Strong eye twins formation. Nickens underneath the center, call and signal. St. Louis bringing extra man. Out route to the top of the field. That pass is intercepted. Looks like Colin Douglas comes away with that INT.
That would be his 4th season interception so far. And that, I mean, St. Louis, you got to watch out for that secondary. That is just a nasty, nasty thing.
And after that interception by Colin Douglas, we're going to go to a commercial break. You're watching the Station Football presented to you by APM Music on 11 Sports Network. See you right after the break. Everybody, welcome back to the Simulation Football League presented to you by APM Music. You're watching live on 11 Sports Network. Here's Noah Johns, and that pass is going to be incomplete. Intercepted. Wanted to come out of my mouth, but I told it no. It hit the ground.
Right there, you see a big old tip drill as soon as we get back. It's a big drop in 47 right there. And that's a great for St. Louis. Heartbreaking for OKC who could have gotten the ball right back after interception.
Yeah.
Could have
Outside linebacker John Gregory had his paws on it, but he couldn't reel it in. Maybe he had on mittens and not gloves. Mittens are pretty slick, man.
Yeah, I can see it.
Empty backfield for Noah Johns on a 7-step drop. Oh, he throws it off that back foot. Intended for Badir Ajalani, but broken up by Thomas.
I mean, right now, it's just looking that OKC wants that ball back, and they're just sort of giving it to him. I mean, Noah Johns, you gotta find something that's open. Nothing's really working out. You're on a 3rd and 10. You just got the ball back after defense is carrying you.
And Johns did great throwing the ball as soon as that 7-step has planted. Got it out of his hand really quick. It was just underthrown. Johns going down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. The receiver, Tito Jones, was wide open, and he dropped it. Now it's going to be 4th and 10 for the Gladiators, and they're going to have to kick it right back open to the Renegades.
That that's that's hurtful right there. That could have been a touchdown. He had plenty of room to run after that catch. That's when you look disappointed in your receiver.
Absolutely. They could have put the Gladiators right back in this game. They would only been down by 5. Instead, it's still a 2-possession game. There's this punt. Oh, that thing was almost blocked. Fair catch called here by the Renegades. And they're going to start their next possession at the 40 of OKC.
Yeah, OKC has been running for these punts. Their special teams is gunning for. They're getting close. I'm just waiting for the one to get ugly.
There's a look at Tiberius Bovine. Only called his name once. I think he only has 1 reception. Weak power formation. Here for the Renegades. Handoff here to Williams. Williams gets a block over the spin move. Breaks it on tackle. Almost breaks it. Oh, I think that's a bad placement. I think that's a first down.
9 on the play. Number 32.
I think it was a first down too to see if anyone challenged. But great run nonetheless. Really.
2nd and inches from the Gladiators.
Looks like
50-yard line.
Michael Irvine is not going to challenge this. They're going to come out in the power I formation. Handoff to Williams. Williams picks up the first down this time before he's brought down by a host of Gladiators.
I think I just saw Peltier do a hurdle over Williams right there. And great run off to the side and then cutting back down them. You know, Williams has been a star at finding the open far.
Handoff to Moses up the middle of the field. Moses is going to bulldoze his way for a first down. Great run there by the fullback.
You know, if we've seen Jason Williams do a bit of tap dance all day today, we've seen DJ's Moses be a bit of a monster truck and going through anyone that comes at him. He's doing his job, and no matter how many bodies are in front of him, it's just another corpse on the pile.
And Bo knows the outside linebacker was annihilated. Sent him, got sent to the shadow realm, as T-Roy Gaines loved to say. Handoff to Williams. He only picks up 2 yards on that carry before he's being brought down.
Number 32. Credited with the tackle.
Yeah, I mean, OKC, as you were saying during halftime, has just had complete control of this ball with their time of possession. They're great run game. Know how to control the ball and keep the clock moving.
Weak power formation here for the Renegades. Handoff to Williams up to the north side of the field. And Williams is going to be hit hard and brought down as a 2-7. Colin Douglas, what a strike. Put on the halfback Williams.
Yeah, Colin Douglas just coming off from the cornerback position. Really put an arm out and clothesline.
Run heavy formation once again here for the Renegades. Defense in the 4-2 nickel. 2-step drop here by Deacon Nickens, and Nickens tried to go to the strike. Across the pass is going to be tipped away by Peltier. And OKC's going to have to settle for a field goal one.
I mean, that's been the story of this game. Besides the onesies and twosies touchdown between both teams, it has just been an OKC field goal. Their kicker has been going at it all game.
Mm-hmm. And this is going to be a 37-yard attempt. I was way off. 44.
A few yards.
Johnny Omega kicks a field goal right down the middle. 44 yards out. And that's going to put the Renegades up 22-7. Everyone, welcome back to the Simulation Football League, presented to you by APM Music. You're watching live on 11 Sports Network. The Oklahoma City Renegades are up 22-7 of the St. Louis Gladiators. Gladiators going to return this kick here after the field goal by the Renegades in the last possession. 3 minutes and 54 seconds left in this game. St. Louis going to take over at their very own 25. Dan Mitchell, St. Louis got to get things going in the run game, and we have not seen thus far today.
Yeah, so far, the only time we've seen Diesel Dawson all game is when he is receiving the ball himself as the halfback. But we've yet to see him run it. I want them to get involved, but can't force them to do anything.
Defensive back are shifting for this Renegades defense. They're going to bring an extra man, and that pass is going to be caught up north of the field, and that is Tito Moss with his second reception today. Look at the numbers for the quarterbacks.
Yeah, we've been seeing him. It seems like Tito Moss is just, he's not fully in the game, dropped the ball earlier, stepping out when he could have turned the momentum bad. But St. Louis got to get something going or else they'll be right out of it.
Shotgun formation here for Johns. Goes an out route to the bottom of the field, and that pass is caught by Ajelani, and Ajelani has busy all day long.
Yeah, we've been seeing this Noah Johns Ajelani connection right here on the outside for the first down almost all the time. You know, he's been great keeping his feet in and keeping momentum going right until he ball.
Reset drop here by Johns. Johns going deep. That pass is intercepted. How dare you try that man again? It's Ashley Ross Finch, and not should I say man, should I say woman?
Yep, Ashley Rose Finch playing better than the receiver right there, reading the ball and the route, coming up for a quick jump for her fourth interception.
As Finch has just been straight out balling. Helm almost had a kick return for a touchdown early in the game. Comes away with an INT, has several tackles as well. Weak power formation. Two-step drop here by Nickens. Nickens going to dump it off to the fullback, and he's going to be hit after picking up 3 yards. That's Moses the second comes away with that reception.
Yeah, it looked like that Deacon Nickens was really getting pressured right there in the pocket and just dumped it off to the first person he could see, as there was just a load of Gladiators there.
Looks like power I tight end. I'm not power I formation. Tight end flex there by the offense. They're going to pick up a few yards. Looks like 4 yards on that reception. And that is Jackson, third of the day.
I mean, OKC's right there, basically at midfield, 3rd and 4. I mean, I feel like this is where Tiberius Bovine gets involved, but we really haven't seen him all day.
Yeah, I am shocked. I know that OKC normally comes out in an ace quads formation, and I have not seen it all game long where Tiberius Bovine is lined up. Far tight end flex here for the offense. Got a man across the middle of the field. That pass is almost intercepted. I think it was Dave Drury coming across, looking to pick that one off. And no, it wasn't Drury. That was Tyrone Jones. Drury plays for Oklahoma City. I don't know why. I thought it was Dave Drury.
They were both just hungry for the ball right there. As he came in and said that was his, almost at the interception, but all the same, still making OKC punt the ball away for the time.
No pressure by the Gladiators. Have everyone going back to block. And Swan is going to return this from the 10-yard line. Only picks up 3 yards.
Now, Damon, we really got to see St. Louis get something run. They've shown glimpses throughout the game, but it's just either interception or I mean, they had a fumble. It's just sort of, or that was OKC, my bad. But interception or just no real yard gain. Maybe get the running game, as we've been saying this entire game.
I agree with you, Dan. They got to get something going to get back into this ball game. Two-step drop here by Johns. Johns throws a sidearm throw. That pass is almost intercepted again. And it's deflected by Ethan Schwinder. Great defensive play.
Yeah, it was bounced right off the helmet of the second receiver. Just couldn't get their hands on it. They weren't ready for the tip drill right there. Lucky for St. Louis coming on that.
If Schwinder comes away with that INT, they're walking in the end zone.
Almost definitely.
It's 3rd and 12 for the St. Louis Gladiators. 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this quarter. Before we go into the fourth, trips right for Johns. Dawson in the backfield with him in the shotgun. Two-step drop here by the quarterback. Goes a big pass down the middle of that field. That pass is going to be tipped it. Intended for Tito Jones, but unable to come away with it. 4th and 12, and St. Louis got to kick it back over to the Renegades.
Yeah, that's sort of heartbreaking, but when you see the two defenders right there on the receiver, it's hard. I mean, there was no real dot to that throw, so we just up it. Now they got to punt it away and see what happens.
Punter's going to be punting from his own end zone, and the Renegades pressure. Fair catch right at the 40-yard line, and OKC is going to start off with great possession. Everyone, you're watching the Simulation Football League presented to you by APM Music on 11 Sports Network. We're going to cut to a commercial break. See you after the break. Everyone, welcome back to the Simulation Football League presented to you by APM Music. You're watching live on 11 Sports Network. The Oklahoma City Renegades are up 22-7 of the St. Louis Gladiators. There's a handoff here to Williams. Williams get a juke move, tries a spin move back inside, but brought down at the 33-yard line.
I think I said it earlier, Damon, but Williams was a ballerina and tap dancing. He looked like he was trying to spin on one foot doing a pirouette and just didn't know where he was going.
Great tackle there by Freeman Peltier, come away to stop Williams from breaking free.
2nd and 2 from the Gladiator 32-yard line.
Power I formation. Handoff to Moses up the middle of the field. Looks like he picks up 1 yard.
I'm surprised Moses has been punching through, definitely down the middle all game, but St. Louis putting a stop to it for once, really cleaning up and bunching up their initial line. Great for them to put a stop in a 4th down. Stop OKC's gathering.
Don't be surprised they give it back to Moses here once again. 3 defensive linemen only for the Gladiators, and going to hand it off to Williams, and Williams going to get the first down. I don't think he really got it. I think that's a bad spot. I think he was hit.
I think he was hit too. That's where you got to get into forward progress and where the ref saw him go. I'm not sure about that one, but I'm not seeing a challenge yet either.
Yeah, St. Louis still has all 3 timeouts, and they did not challenge that play. Weak power formation here for the Renegades. Handoff to Williams, up to the top. Got blockers upfield, gets up 8 yards, picks up 8 yards on that carry. And everybody, put your fours up. We're heading to the 4th quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented to you by APM Music. Tonight's simulation. Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on 11 Sports Network is brought to you in part by Nation's Best Football, helping NFL, college, high school, and youth players to help hashtag secure the bag. By ScoreStream, official live scoring app of the SFL. By S13, custom esports jersey and apparel, and the exclusive SFL shop provider. And by Spygo, dedicated to the craft of audio. Arrow Shots brought to you by AvViews. United by Drone. Visit avviews.com to see more drone footage. And everybody put your fours up in the air as we're into the fourth quarter. The Oklahoma City Renegades are up 22-7 of the St. Louis Gladiators. Oklahoma City is 2nd and 2. Handoff here to the fullback. Moses get the first down.
Well, I mean, if you need someone to put the big stop up, get that first down, Moses, definitely your man.
Yeah, DJ Moses has been picking up first down. Renegades offense here in this game. They should have gave it to him when I think it was 3rd and goal down at the goal line. Hand off to Williams. Williams a juke move. Williams cuts back inside, and Williams picks up 6 yards before being brought down by Jones.
You see the stat pop up right there, 9.2 average yards per carry for 202 yards by Williams, breaking the 2-century mark this game. He has almost doubled, well, he's over double his season so far, but then he could triple it if he gets a few more yards.
It's going to give him 320. Hand off to DJ Moses up the field. Moses got daylight. Hit in the secondary area down to the 4-yard of St. Louis.
And you know Moses is hungry right now for that career first touchdown. He keeps getting so close, punching it in, doing his job, running it right down the middle, and he just isn't enough. St. Louis just brings him down.
And you're right, Dan. He is doing his job, picking up good yardage from the fullback position, which was a dying position in football until Alaska recreated it here in the SFL. There's Williams going to be hitting the backfield, and man, they should have gave it to the fullback because he had a big hole.
Oh yeah, no, Williams tried to get around the side, and you saw the rookie Mal Rivers once again get a tackle for loss as a whole nother slew of defenders covering that whole area.
Weak power formation here for the Renegades. 2nd and goal at St. Louis 7-yard line. 9 minutes and 6 seconds left on the ticker. 2-step drop here by Nickens. Nickens tried to go through the air to his tight end, and that's going to be deflected away by Peltier.
You know, we've been seeing Freeman Peltier come in all day. He's sort of been an unsung hero for St. Louis defense. He's just coming in and mostly batting down, but he's been around the ball all day.
3rd and goal here now for the Renegades. Weak power formation. Bovine is on the line. Gonna dump it to Moses. And Moses got a stiff arm, and oh, he's hit hard by Colin Douglas. Colin Douglas has been hitting these backs and running backs with a lot of power today.
Yeah, the 6'3", 222-pound cornerback has just been, you know, really slamming everything that comes his way, which has mostly been the halfback.
And this is going to be a 23-yard field goal attempt. The snap is up. Hold is good. The kick is good as well. Oklahoma City has kicked 4 or 5 field goals today.
Well, so you minus the 7, so it'd be 18.
That would be 5.
I think it'd be 6.
Yeah, that would be 6.
6. Yeah,
Good
no,
math
6.
off there. Yeah, 6 times 3 is 18.
Yeah, okay, I got lost there for a moment.
Oh, what a hit. My goodness, Swam got jacked.
There. Waiting to get thrown down on it.
Derek Pound comes away with a big tackle on the return. Cody Scott looking back to the quarterback, see what exactly his route is. Twins right. Finch and Ajelani down the field. Out route to the top. Oh, that pass is going to be incomplete. Looks like John Gregory.
Yeah, big pass deflection right there, coming right in front of the defender, right in front of the receiver. Batting it down.
2nd and 10 from the Gladiators.
2nd and 10 here for the Gladiators. Going to come out and they just flipped it to the other side. 3-4 defense for the Renegades. Out route to the top of the field. That pass is going to be caught, but it's out of bounds. Finch unable to stay in bounds.
Yeah, he just didn't have enough tippy taps as he was trying to go off the side for the out route. You know, would have been a great catch. They've been loving the out route so far, but it's mostly been Pierre Ajelani. Seems like the Fitch keep up.
You're right. It has been Ajelani. Finch to the top. Ajelani down in the bottom with the trips. They need a first down here. 3rd and 10. 2-step drop here by Johns. Johns goes down the middle. He got a reception by the receiver, Tito Moss.
Tito Moss finally coming in with the big catch after 2 drops this game. You know, just absolute slinging it to him while he's still running the route. Catches it, but gets brought down immediately by number 29, Thomasina Ramen. Really just struck him where he stood.
First and 10 here for the Gladiators at Oklahoma City's 47-yard line. 7 minutes and 38 seconds left. 2-step drop here by Johns. Johns throws an out route. That pass is tipped it.
Really looked like number 26, Schumacher, just sort of got a few fingers on it, but it was enough just to change the course of the ball and just batted it down. Really looked like it could have gone if it was just a tiny bit higher.
Great defensive play there by Backup cornerback. Pro set formation, 5-step drop here by Johns. Johns has all time of the day to throw the ball, and he dumps it off to Dawson, and Dawson is hit by Gregory, losing 2 yards on that reception.
Yeah, I mean, haven't really run the ball, and we've been asked them to, but when they're just waiting and then just swinging it off to the side for a check, I don't get why they just don't hand it off in the first place.
Absolutely. And it's crazy. We have not seen a handoff to Dawson all game long. High snap. John going down the middle of the field, overthrows his receiver. Looks like that was intended for Tito Moss.
We've been hitting Tito Moss all day, but I mean, when you overthrow it that far, there's nothing you can do about it.
We only seen him go downfield to one of his 2 main receivers one time today, and that was to Ajelani, who came away with reception for a touchdown. And they're going to have to settle for a punt. Here's Finch, and Finch is going to be tackled and brought down at the
Yeah, I mean, OKC has been playing some great football, and St. Louis's defense has really been showing up. It seems like not even just their offense hasn't been showing up, but it just seems like they need some more playbook work. They've been running the same things, and I mean, when they go deep, they're throwing it to Moss, who hasn't been showing up. When they have people like Ajelani, only showed up for one big play, but it's a touchdown.
handoff here to Williams. Williams cuts back inside. Oh, how did he do that?
Yeah, as you just said, Damon, Williams cut back for Jones to come in, truck him on the line. He got a pickup of 1-ish, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Continue on the second 9.
Maybe he saw something that we didn't see, because I saw on the field down to the bottom.
Oh, definitely.
Yes. Handoff to Williams up top. Yo, great block by Moss. Williams going to pick up 4 on that carry. 3rd and 5 now for the...
Yeah, I said it earlier, but I really got to give it up for this OKC line. They've been providing great blocks right there for Williams, opening up his running path, really letting him go for long runs.
And a false start by the defense. Nickens has a free play that passes intercepted. Come back. Spin moves. Oh, another spin move down to the 10 and touchdown Hollywood Boulevard. I can't really give him credit for it because it's coming back.
Yeah, that's a real heartbreak right there.
That was Sheldon Morant. Backup corner coming away with that interception.
That's when you're real mad at your line, because you know, even if that didn't happen, the interception would have most likely happened and would have been up so much closer than we currently are. It's nothing lines up.
That was the rookie, Warren Rivers, with the encroachment violation. Handoff here to Williams. Williams not going to get the first down. What a stop by Colin Douglas, not allowing to pick up that first down. And Oklahoma City is going to have to punt the ball away as it's 4th and inches, or will they come out in their power I formation and go for it?
I mean, probably to be safe, they'll punt it away, but when you have someone like Moses, I rather, just run it. See what happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind DJ Moses. Here's the punt by Ethan Ellis. High punt, and there's a return by Swain, and Swain's gonna be brought down at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, right now it's just 25-7. St. Louis is gonna have to be cooking with some fire. Remember to go check out the simulationfl.net. Check out the website and see everything's there, and to join the Discord server if you're interested in being a player on the field. Remember, this is the first controllerless esport in the world.
32 dying formation for the defense. Trips right for Noah Johns. Johns going DBO. Tito Moss dropped another one. 3rd of the day. as you see it on the screen.
You know, the play is working. It's just the player.
You're
have
absolutely
Nick
right.
And Badir Ajalani, who Badir literally ran that play and got a touchdown. So, I mean, when you're throwing it to someone who just drops it consistently like that, sort of sad.
Yep, single back set here. Looks like doubles is the formation. Ajalani down to the bottom. Cutting cross to pass to Ajalani, but he had Finch. Nick Finch was wide open on an out route at the top of the field.
Yeah, it really seems like it's coming down to selecting your target and just that receiver quarterback. You're not getting the glances right and drop balls, lack of confidence.
Looks like that play was 90Z arrow. Finch to the top of the field. He's going to run an out route. There's a pass to Finch. Finch's going to catch that one. Picks up 5 yards, but and steps out of bounds right after the reception. Now it's in 4 minutes and 19 seconds left. And John Gregory is all in Finch ear.
Yeah, no, I mean, they seem to be just out of sync right now. Right there, I mean, earlier we saw Badir Ajalani, catch that beautiful out route and still manage to turn up the post a bit. It may have been a bit overthrown, but work with what's working, not try and change up what you got.
Same formation here for the Gladiators. 2-step drop by Johns. Johns has all day to throw. My goodness, the protection by this line. And oh, he's got a catch down the middle of the field. That is, looks like Cody Scott. Gonna go no huddle here, and oh, that accepted.
Parker Thomas, the rookie, week 5 signing with great pass deflection right there. Coming out and you're a fresh new corner to be able to off to the out route and just bat the ball down, showing a great run.
High formation pro for St. Louis. Ajalani to the bottom and Finch to the top of your screen. There's a 5-step drop here by John. John goes to the corner. Ajalani got a reception, and he crosses out of ball for the second time today. Give him 2 stars.
Hey, I mean, when they're throwing it deep and Ajalani's open like that, you see number 42 try and go for it, but the ball is perfectly thrown into Ajalani's hands. All he had to do was turn around and run right in end zone. I mean, that's what they've been needing all day, and you just have to see if it's too little, too late.
Ajalani ran a double route there and out and up, and man, did it fool Thomasino Raymond. Or was that? No, that was Parker. My apologies. That was Parker, 42. And it's an 11-point ball game now. 3 minutes and 51 seconds left on the clock. I think St. Louis should try an onside here.
I would if I was them. Go.
That pass is going to be recovered. I mean, that kick is going to be recovered by the Gladiators. 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the game. Peltier, Ronnie Nickens, and the huddle. I'm pretty sure they're going to go handoff. There's a handoff to Williams. Williams got a blocker. Williams got daylight. Williams picks up the first down before being tackled by Ethan Kai. I think that's the first time we called Ethan's name tonight.
No. Ethan Kai had some nice tackle early. He didn't have. Definitely, I remember calling it.
Okay, cool.
He's the one who knocked the fumble out on the goal line.
That's right. Sure did.
Let's go.
Hand off to Williams, and Williams going to be hitting the back. Brought down, loses a yard. Second and 11, and St. Louis is not calling a timeout at all.
I was just about to say we really have to see. OKC has been the master of time of possession so far this game with their two running backs. See how St. Louis is going to use timeouts. Like they may wait for the 2-minute warning, see if they get the ball back. Who knows?
Power I formation. And that was Williams, and Williams spin moves, picks up 3 yards on that carry. 3rd and 8 now. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in the game. And I think St. Louis is just going to Oklahoma City to take this one.
Looks like they're waiting until warning.
Everyone, you're watching the simulation presented to you by APM Music on 11 Sports Network. We're going to cut to a commercial break, and we'll see you right after. Everyone, welcome back to the Simulation Football League, presented to you by APM Music. You're watching live on Sports Network. The Oklahoma City Renegades are up 25-14 over the St. Louis Gladiators. 3rd and 8 here for the Renegades at St. Louis 31-yard line. There's a handoff here to Jason Williams to the top of the field, and Williams going to pick up 2 yards on the carry. St. Louis called their first timeout here in the second half. 1 minute and 56 seconds left. 4th and 6, and the Renegades gonna have to settle for 3 of those.
Yeah, I mean, they make the 3, they put it up to 28-14. Comes a math second. I can do it. 14 point lead, and then so it'd be a straight 2 touchdown just to tie it up. See what happens.
35-yard field goal attempt. That ball was on the ground, and kicker was able to get it up. Man, the placeholder, give him the MVP award.
There was so much coverage on that kick right there. I am surprised the kicker and the placeholder just kept their cool and kicked it away like it was any normal kick, giving them the nice 3. Give it to Johnny Omega for that nice, cool, calm, and collected stand.
Oh, how about Lomax? Placeholder. There's the kick here off to St. Louis. 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the game. There's Swaim on the Swaim is tackled and brought down at the 28-yard. 1st and 10 here now for the Gladiators.
I mean, setting up the Gladiators right now, they got 1:47, 2 timeouts, and they need 2 scores just to tie it up. It's going to be a nasty one for probably a deep pass to Ajelani if I'm going to bet on it, and an onside. So, Godspeed to you, St. Louis.
Nick Finch to the top of the field all by himself. Noah John steps back, going across the middle of the field. Surprise Moss caught that one in coverage as he's dropped a few when he was wide open. No huddle. John goes to Finch. Oh, that pass is intercepted. Brady Clark comes away with the deflection.
Yeah, you saw the free safety, Brady Clark, really just go in there. 6 foot, 190 pounds. He has 2 interceptions on the season so far, but he really just seemed like he was trying to use his body and make sure that deep one didn't go anywhere.
I must say that I agree with you. He had the attempt to go for the INT, but decided to go for the deflection.
2nd and 10 from the Gladiator. 46
As a look at Finch. And Ashley Rose Finch is right above him. Badir Ajlani down to the bottom of the field by himself. John is in the shotgun. Johns goes for that pass. Deflected away. 3rd and 10 now. Passing attempt was to Ajlani. Give
Right
credit
there, we
for
saw-
Parker Thomas.
Yeah, just another one. I mean, Parker Thomas has been showing up early in the game, but later on, he's definitely been warming up the rookie and putting it down, seeing that his team can do well and they can really bat down anything that's coming at him so far.
This stadium is starting to get loud. Roberts Cave. Noah Johns. Noah Johns gets pressured. Oh, nice off. And he's going to be brought down at the 38-yard line. 4th and 18 now. They're going to burn a second timeout.
Noah Johns just taking way too long. I guess he didn't like what he saw, but he even broke the first sack. Got to do something at that point because that second one was coming right in, and they have to go for a 4th and 18. Not what you want to do when you're 14 points down and only a minute and 16 left.
Matt Stratton was the defensive end that almost came away with the first sack, but he was thrown off by John. Johns winds up. Oh, I thought it was caught. Incomplete instead. Brady Clark broke it up.
You see right there, look like, yeah, thrown to the backup wide receiver. Wayne right there, number 86, but Brady Clark was having none of that. Really just putting it away now. St. Louis has 1 timeout. That should even out to Oklahoma. Out. My bank on it.
St. Louis has 1 timeout remaining, and the Oklahoma City Renegades comes out in victory formation. St. Louis burns that timeout.
Yeah, that should be it. Great game by both teams. St. Louis really trying to figure it out later on. It seemed like a target issue in my mon-demand, don't you think?
Most definitely.
It just seemed like, as they were coming out, they had some great plays. It just seemed like who they were targeting for those plays just seemed to get mixed around. Whenever Badir Ajlani went out, his star points really seemed to be out deep, and then right on that first down out route throwing corner, he was catching those, staying in, and just really pressing forward for the first down. Or if you threw him out far, 9 times out of 10, it seemed like it was really like 2 out of 3, but 2 out of 3 times caught it and got the touchdown where all their points have came from.
There's another nail down by Nickens. And that's going to do it, folks. Oklahoma City is going to come away with victory 28-14 over St. Louis. And Dan, you was right. When they target Ajlani, production was seen on as he probably was the number 1 receiver for St. Louis today. But this run game by the Oklahoma City Renegades just really took a toll on this defense and kept the ball away from the offense of St. Louis all game.
Yeah, no, you're completely on the ball right there. OKC had complete control of this ball game. Having these halfback fullback combinations, I'm really like to see it out. They have their options, they had their tap dancer Jason Williams coming out, getting great yards as we see the stats coming on. OKC with 258 combined rushing yards. And you see St. Louis later on having 290 passing yards when they only had 54 at the end of the first half. So they definitely got some great passes later on. It wasn't enough. And you're seeing some great runs right there by Jason Williams, the halfback. And he was just some great playbook, really, I think, for OKC. They really changed their plays up a good bit against the St. Louis defense. Saw definitely early on. St. Louis's secondary was there all day long, getting interceptions, pass deflections. It was just hard to throw it to anyone. Maybe that's why they were trying to keep Tiberius Bovine really out of the game so much, and instead, just lean on their running backs, which I thought was great. They also have to give it up for the OKC defenders. So Ashley Rose Finch, she had an interception, some great blocks all game. And, Parker Thomas, the rookie, came out a few times near the end. Thomasina Rahman, got to give it up to her. I mean, really the whole defense, definitely the secondary of Oklahoma City, whenever they tried to throw it on St. Louis, it was a bad day.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. And also, St. Louis staying away from the run, I think that hurt them throughout this game, because there were times when they was second and short or third and short. They probably could have ran the ball with Diesel Dawson to pick up those first downs. Instead, they were targeting Tito Moss across the middle of the field, and he was dropping a few. It was, as you mentioned, that this Oklahoma City defensive secondary was just batting balls down, but it basically all game long, especially those safeties.
Oh, definitely. And if they got Diesel Dawson involved, even if he didn't turn up that much production, at least it would have made the Oklahoma City defense have to adjust to it and possibly expect it, which right there is a mind game, and that can always get you a first down or a touchdown at the end of the day when you're forcing the defense to flop up there.
Absolutely. That was one of Tito Moss's catches there on the screen. Player of the game, I'm going to say, they're going to give it to Johnny Omega.
Omega.
On the field goal.
I mean, he had 21 points.
Wow.
I got to give it to him. I mean, he was involved all game long. St. Louis, great job on the goal stopping. Johnny Omega coming in hard with the
Everyone, thank you for watching the Simulation Football, presented to you by APM Music on 11 Sports Network. I was your play-by-play, Damon Simeon. Alongside me was Mr. That's your cue, Dan.
Dan Mitchell.
Everyone, have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We are signing out. Peace.